The 12th Imam, known as the Mahdi, when he returns, they believe he will usher in peace under Islam, but only after intense periods of warfare, conflict, and chaos.
And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors have reached their fullness, a king shall arise, having fierce features, who understands sinister schemes.
This new threat came this morning as Iran conducted an aggressive round of war games, firing off missiles in the desert. A top general with the elite Revolutionary Guard reportedly telling an Iranian news agency that Iran could destroy U.S. bases and strike Israel within minutes of any possible attack. Take a look at this map. Iran's medium-range ballistic missile is believed to be capable of striking the area in yellow, shown here. That includes the countries highlighted in red on the map where U.S. forces are stationed, and, of course, Israel, which this elite Revolutionary Guard member called occupied territories. Leland Vittert live in Jerusalem now with more. Leland?
Hi, Megan. What's most interesting here is the change in Iranian rhetoric in the sense that the Revolutionary Guard is now directly threatening the United States and its forces in the Middle East. We know from our reporting yesterday that in the last 24 hours, the Pentagon is confirming a large buildup of U.S. forces there inside the Middle East, including the F-22, a squadron of those fighter jets now based in the Middle East, possibly capable of a stealth attack deep inside Iran.
His power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy fearfully, and shall prosper and thrive. He shall destroy the mighty and also the holy people.
So the Iranians may be just as worried about an American attack as they are an Israeli one. The latest war games involving the Shahab-3 missile, test fired by the Revolutionary Guard at what they said were mock-ups of enemy bases in the region. It's capable of carrying a 1-ton warhead, can also carry a chemical weapons warhead. And state TV there in Iran has been very clear about the threats towards U.S. military bases. We want to show that map of the Shahab-3 missile once again. 1,250 miles in the range. That means the Bahrain-based U.S. Fifth Fleet just across the Persian Gulf from Iran is in the bullseye, as are U.S. bases in Afghanistan and Kuwait, where the United States has a massive military presence, protecting those nearly 100,000 U.S. soldiers in harm's way.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the Prince of Princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Will be the Patriot missile. We remember seeing the Patriot missile video from Desert Storm. They have new upgraded Patriot missiles now based around the Middle East. Also, the Bahrainian Air Force has the Patriot guarding the U.S. Fifth Fleet there, as well as the Israelis who have the Patriot and also the Arrow missile interceptor, which, while a certainly capable missile interceptor, is not foolproof, and certainly some of the Shahab-3s, if fired at Israel, could land in cities like Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. The big takeaway, though, from these war games, Megan, is the direct threat made by Iran against the United States. This is a slight but important change in their rhetoric, which shows the Iranians are carefully watching the United States build up and gives the United States an excuse to bring in even more forces to the region, which they are doing ahead of October war games, which will be between the United States and Israel in a joint operation. Back to you, Megan.
Leland Vittert, thank you.
In your speeches, you pray for God to hasten the arrival of the hidden Imam, the Muslim Messiah. Would you tell us, as I know you will speak about this at the General Assembly as well, what is your relationship with the hidden Imam, and how soon do you think before the second coming?
Yes, that's true. I prayed for the arrival of the 12th Imam, the owner of the age, as we call him, because the owner of the age is the symbol of the justice and brotherly love prevailing around the world. When the Imam arrives, all of these problems will be resolved. And a prayer for the owner of the age is nothing but a wish for justice and brotherly love to prevail around the world. And it's an obligation a person takes upon himself to always think about brotherly love and also to treating others as equals. All people can establish such a connection with the Imam of the age. It's roughly the same as the relationship which exists between Christians and the Christ. They speak with Jesus Christ and they are sure that Christ hears them and responds. Therefore, this is not limited to us only. Any person can talk with the Imam. Imam Mahdi will come with logic, with culture, with science. He will come so that there is no more war, no more enmity, hatred, no more conflict.
For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, and they shall not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, so that this day should overtake you as a thief.
He will call on everyone to enter a brotherly love. Of course, he will return with Jesus Christ. The two will come back together, and working together, they would fill this world with love.